17-month streaks of being a part of the tail brushing crew. And they are lovely, lovely tails.
I see that. Thank you very much, Jonathan. On to the 17th month of being a tail brusher. And game. I swear the ripples for me changing my layout are going to be here for a long time. Right, in the aftermath of the arrival of the dreaded Lord of Shadows, a faltering Sylvando dances in and out of consciousness as he catches a glimpse of Dave running across the shore to his aid. Upon coming to, he discovers an Erdrea draped in darkness, and his companions nowhere to be seen. Unable to bear the sight of Sylvando so depressed by these discoveries, Dave takes a somewhat heavy-handed approach to knocking some sense back into his buddy. Dave's tough love snaps Sylvando out of his self-pitying stupor, and, filled with renewed vigor, the pair set sail for Gondolia to see if they can't help bring some light back to the world. Thank you for hosting. Thank you for hosting, Jonathan. Yes, here's what's happened so far. Everything is screwed up. Beastly boys, they tried to steal from the shop of my brother. I came here to help him, but now I am frightened, and I cannot move. Pardon me, dear brother, forgive me, I am such a coward. Oi, told you could watch. Go on, get out of here. Hey, mind your own business, will you? Having a private conversation? Rub off? Per favor, you must believe me, this is all I have. Don't test me, please, leave me alone. What's the matter with you? Can't you see the owner's indisposed right now? Go do your shopping somewhere else. Wow. World goes to ruin and... like, oh, well, we can be mean as much as we want because no one will stop us. A short time ago, I see a sad man walk along this road. He got towards the sea. I don't know what his problem. I have so many problems of my own. It's too much for me to worry about strangers also. The town's been full of fear and anxiety ever since Yggdrasil fell, and that seems like some homegrown hooligans to deal with on top of everything else. I suppose it's to be expected, really. It's easy to stop being nice to others when you're stuck in a daily battle for survival. Quite true. Does not mean you should stop trying. You see him, no? The man who's there at the sea? He looks so sad. Laura, I tried to sing a happy song for him. La la la, Gondolia. People come from near, people come from far. People come to become the famous star. Break it off. One moment, folks. Alright, I am back. And yes, people need to cooperate.
Bad day? Hmm? Don't worry, honey. It happens to us all.
Hmm? Oh. You're one of those minstrel types, are you? Look, if it's money you want, you'd better go and hassle someone else. I haven't got a penny to give you.
Sorry, darling. No can do. It's against my policy to leave people all alone when they look as down in the dumps as you do.
The archaeologist thanks you for the host.
Look, why don't you just tell me what's on your mind? A problem shared is a problem halved. Hmm? That's better. Now we can talk properly. Sylvando, entertainer extraordinaire at your service.
Right. Well, my name's Tetsu. I'm a blacksmith from Hotto, though I haven't been back in a long old while. I'll tell you my story if you really want, but I'm warning you, it doesn't have a happy ending.
Yeah, apparently you haven't been back for a while considering you dropped the dialect. But this is the guy...
Boop.
Boop. Thank you for being part of the tail brushing crew, Sandy. 17th month. Headpats. 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 Tetsu's the guy who was trying to find out how to make mini medals.
After all those years away, I thought it was time for me to finally head home, see how my mother was doing, you know. But then the minute I set out on my journey, Yggdrasil fell. That just made me even more desperate to get back, of course. I was so worried about her. I managed to make it as far as Gondolia, but then my luck finally ran out. My luggage was stolen by a gang of thieves who've been terrorizing the town. The Beastly Boys, they call themselves. I can't make the journey to Hotto without all my things. Especially not the lilies of the valley I brought for my mother. They're her favorite flower. I wanted to give them to her to say, well, to say sorry for being away for so long. For leaving her.
Oh, he's crying.
Oh, honey, believe me, I know exactly how you feel. Fear not, friend. Your mother will get her flowers. Tave and I will make sure of that. All you need to do is tell us where we can find these Beastly Boys.
I don't know, do they rap? Let's find out.
Oh, well, if you're sure. There are two merchants, brothers, who run establishments in the southern part of town. I've heard that the Beastly Boys have been hanging around causing trouble at the older one's stall.
A stall in the south of town, huh? All right, we'll be back before you know it. David, darling, let's roll.
Wait. Look, I appreciate you trying to help me, but these are real thugs we're talking about here, and no offense, but you're just an entertainer, right?
Just an entertainer.
I don't want you getting hurt.
Sylvando is so much more than just an entertainer.
Oh, don't you worry about me, sweetie. I'm more than just a pretty face, you know?
Oh, that wink. There's no trade after Yggdrasil fall. No trade mean no food. So I make the plan to give this food to the people of Gondolia. But we must be careful, the horrible beastie boys. They probably try to steal it. We must be molto vigile. Right, the charm runs me, darling. I can see why you call yourselves the Beastie Boys. Now enough of your tough guy act. Hand over Tetsu's knapsack before I have to get nasty. Hilarious. But you picked the wrong guys to clown around with, and if you think we're giving anything back to anyone, then you really are as stupid as you look. If you want it, you're going to have to take it. That's the way of the world these days. Show us what you got, funny man.
Get him, boys!
Watch yourself.
Beastly Boy in training. Leader of the Beastly Boys and Vice Leader of the Beastly Boys. I feel bad.
Score one for the good guys! Now, if you don't mind.
What we gonna do with this horrible lot then, Sylv?
Well, beastly they may be, but they're not exactly the dangerous thugs we heard about. They can barely swing a sword. What's your story, boys, huh?
We didn't start out as criminals. We were fishermen. And very happy fishermen at that. But after Yggdrasil fell, we couldn't take the boats out anymore. Have you seen the sea lately? It's swarming with monsters.
Things were just impossible. Most days, we barely had anything to eat.
The world might as well have ended that day. We lost our families. Lost everything. And no one came to help us. So we had to choose between a life of crime or starving to death. And that's no choice at all.
Watch closely, darlings. This is just an ordinary steel pike, yes? Mm-hmm. Think again. From arms to... Who's for fresh bread, huh?
Okay, are you gonna teach that trick to people?
Bon appetit, beastly boys! Eat your fill and forget your wicked ways. You'll be beaming again before you know it.
Wait! Who are you?
Me? Oh, nobody. Just someone who likes to see people smile.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think it's gonna take more than that to just fix the problem. I have a feeling that the sight of you facing down those beastly boys will have given the local people the strength to carry on a little longer. Life's far from easy at the moment, but there's no need to despair just yet. Not while there are people like you around, anyway. I mean, Sandy, that's assuming that there is bread. It's nothing like a beautiful song to make this dark world a little brighter, Perego. Listen to this. It's good for the soul, I promise. La la la, Gondolia. People come from near, people come from far. People come to become a famous star. You're back, and in one piece too. Goodness me, I don't suppose you managed to recover my knapsack as well, did you?
Oh, thank goodness. They're still in one piece. Now I can go home to my mother with my head held high. Thank you, Mr. Sylvando. Oh, here. It's not much, but I want you to have these.
Oh, Tetsu, darling. Whatever they are, I'm sure they're wonderful.
Wow, you gave me a
You're
bundle
such a
of
sweetie.
bandages. I hope it's not a leg.
Honestly, you deserve much more. Come and visit me in Hotto sometime. I'll be able to thank you properly. Now, I'd better be off. I tell you to be careful, but I've got a feeling you'll be just fine. Bye for now.
Ta-da! Here, you alright, Syl?
Oh, I'm better than all right, darling. I found it. My purpose in life. My raison d'etre. You know how I've been so down in the dumps thinking about all the despair and suffering in the world? Well, if that's what's making me so unhappy, there's only one thing to do about it. Get out there and fix the problem. Help make people happy again. Just because I can't save the world with some grand heroic gesture, that doesn't mean I can't do it one smile at a time.
That's my Sylv. I'm with you all the way.
Okay then.
We heard everything you just said.
It's them tea leaves from before. I hope they ain't spoiling for another fight. Didn't they learn their lesson first time round?
You have to let us come with you. You have to let us help people. We're done with our life of crime, thanks to you.
You want to tag along? Well, I hope you understand it won't be easy. I can't guarantee you'll get home in one piece.
We don't care.
Okay.
Well, in that case, welcome aboard, darlings.
Food, the great recruitment tool, indeed.
Yes! Now, as luck would have it, I've got you all a welcome gift. Here, take one each now. Don't be greedy.
Wow.
Oh, they're simply fabulous. Darlings, you look splendid.
I don't get it, Sylv. What are they?
They're the presents dear old Tetsu gave us. If we're going to be traveling around spreading happiness and laughter, we'll need to look the part, no?
So it wasn't just a bundle of bandages?
All right, we're all set. Let's get out there and bring some sunshine back into the world. Sylvando's super special smile spreading parade starts right here. Yeah!
Right, how about we get out of here and find some more folks in need of help, eh? Reckon we could do worse than take a butcher's round that Laguna de Gondolia place for a start? Everyone feels so much better after you take care of that horrible gang. It's like, how you say, a little hope returned to Gondolia. Mamma mia, it's them! Those ragazzi with you are the beastly boys themselves. Wait, you're all friends now. Sinceramente, I don't believe it. Not only you take care of the punishment, you also take care of the rehabilitation. You're a saint, Signora. Un santo. I don't know what we're doing anymore.
I'm ready for anything.
Dove chop! Gotcha!
Like, I'm so confused.
Huh. Is that all you got?
Vicious Morphin Mushroom.
Oh, wow!
Hey, we did it!
Dove chop!
Take this!
Yes. It's Spear.
Anchors away! It's in! Dove kick! Gotcha!
I seriously do not know what to think.
Yes!
Garbage chop!
Huh. Is that all you got?
Like, what exactly are we doing? Aside from basically running around parading.
Now that's beastly.
Woo! Well,
Leave it to me.
The vicious midnight Hork Knight. Certainly some of the enemies have been upgraded. But then there's some other ones who definitely have not.
Fabulous!
Hey, we did it!
Garbage chop!
Take this!
Fabulous!
Garbage kick!
Leave it to me. Take this!
I don't get it.
Lovely jubbly!
yes!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be doing more than just fighting things.
Take this! Hey, we did...
Wait, we found someone. Greetings, fellow travelers. A periaptic priest, Yggdrasil fell. I've resolved to roam Erdrea, bring comfort and solace to those who might need it most. Alas, there's only so much that one man may do. For every person I help, there are 10 that I fail. Their pained voices haunt me constantly. They keep me awake at night. In fact, I can barely remember the last time that I slept. And so tired, I fear I may be unable to continue my mission. When I was a boy, my mother would give me a cup of hot milk whenever I couldn't sleep. It always seemed to do the trick. I'm sure it would work now too, but sadly things aren't quite that simple. You see, the milk my mother gave me was no ordinary milk, oh no. Said it had to come from a talking cow. Now, as luck would have it, there's a talking cow grazing near here. Sadly, recent events appear to have put her in a melancholy mood, and she can no longer produce any milk. Wait, I have an idea. You're an entertainer, aren't you? Do you think there might be anything you could do to cheer her up? Why, of course. Leave it to us, darling. We'll have a smile on that cow's face in no time flat. She'll be making milk like nobody's business before you know it. Oh, thank you. Thank you ever so much. She should be grazing just to the west of here. Good luck. The outlook looks utterly gloomy. I can't predict the weather anymore. I can't produce a drop of milk either. Sylv, me old gran used to have a dairy cow. Whenever the old moo got down the dumps, you just do a couple of song and dance numbers, she'd be happy as Larry in no time. I reckon the same trick would work on this one and all. I'll be worth a try, eh? Did someone say song and dance? I think that can be arranged. This bovine's beauty in for the show of a lifetime. Come on, boys. Let's give it everything we got. I feel better. The gloom is lifting. In fact, I feel utterly fabulous. Thank you, my friends. That was very moving. I feel much better now. Here, please take this by way of thanks. Nice one. Now I got some of that special milk the priest who couldn't sleep wanted. Let's give him a glug of tea, shall we? I thought it needed to be heated up, though. Oh, my word, this is it. This is the milk my mother used to give me. I don't believe it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sure I'll be able to finally get some sleep once I've had a cup of this, but is that really alright? I mean, there's so many people who still need help. Darling, please, don't be so hard on yourself. If you want to help other people, first you've got to look out for number one. You can't do anything for anybody if you're half asleep. Yes, you're right. Feeling guilty about everything I've failed to do won't get me anywhere, and it won't help anyone else either. I suppose I've always known that deep down, but now I see it clearly. It's all thanks to you. Thank you, I mean it. Oh, honey, don't mention it. Now come on, get some milk down so you can sleep. We'll keep an eye out for monsters, don't worry. Woohoo! I haven't slept that well in years. Goodness me, I feel so much better. And what's more, I've come to a decision. I've realized that I'll be able to help a lot more people if I join forces with you. After all, there's only so much that one man can do by himself. So what do you say? Will you allow me to come with you? Why, of course. Of course, darling. Helping people is what we're all about. Oh, thank you ever so much. This is going to be wonderful, I just know it. This is gonna start to become ridiculous after a little while, isn't it? Yay, Ed packs! Yay! Thank you.
Now that's beastly.
Score one for the good guys.
Woo! Well, that was easy.
That's beastly.
Derby kick!
Well done, everyone.
Aye.
Right then.
And all these new puns made me remind me when me and you first met, Sylv. World's right in the old state back then, huh? And as for me, well, I had lost my very own pit of despair, wasn't I? Then I met you, and oh, now look at what I've done. Talk about the past always gets me all teary. Better shut up now. I don't want lads seeing me like this. Hi, little sis.
What is it?
I used to be in second command of the Beastly Boys, you know. Mind me, there's only 3 of us, so I'm not sure how much that's to boast about. I'm blowing my own trumpet, though. I should tell you that I'm a dab at throwing nets. Say the word and I'll wrap even the wriggliest monster up in a neat little package for you.
What do you want?
Tough guy act I used to put on was, when I was leader of the Beastly Boys, just that, an act. I'm a fisherman at heart, and I like nothing better than to feel the sea breeze in my hair. Don't worry, though. I'm not completely useless when it comes to fighting. I had plenty of practice skewering fish, so I'm pretty sure I can do the same to any enemies we encounter. I'll be honest with you, I was never very good at being a gang member, or being a fisherman, for that matter. Not completely useless, though, I promise. Everyone says I've got a lovely voice, and people seem to really perk up when I start singing my sea shanties.
Yes, my child?
I'm an ordained priest. It is my duty to provide discourse and discussion on the nature of divinity to all inhabitants of Erdrea. I must warn you, however, that I have been told that I can be rather long-winded in my ministrations. So much so, in fact, they have been known to have a sleep-inducing effect on even the most hot-blooded of monsters.
Come on, everyone!
You know, there's this, game that came out a while ago. That was called... I have no abilities of my own, but my job class is leader, so I recruited all my friends to fight the Dark Lord.
Leave it to me.
This is basically you and about 100 party members going to go fight someone. And I'm starting to feel like this is where it's going.
Lovely jubbly!
I mean, it was humorous. It's funny. And it played a little bit more like a puzzle game than an RPG. Why, the sands! Visitors to our kingdom have been rare indeed since the fall of Yggdrasil. You are clearly made of sterner stuff than most. The city of Gallopolis lies just ahead, eager to welcome weary travelers. Alas, you must traverse the deserts before its pleasures may be enjoyed. Wow, it's you, isn't it? You're the great Sylvando. Sure am, honey. And who might you be, hmm? Oh, nobody. Not yet, anyway. Just joined the circus in Gallopolis, you see. Oh, the others aren't going to believe this. It's such an honor to meet you. You're the reason I chose the life of an entertainer, you know. One look at you in action, I knew what I wanted to be. I ran away and joined up as soon as I could. Stop it, you're making me blush. But wait, if you're at the circus in Gallopolis, what are you doing all the way out here? Well, to cut a long story short, we're closing down. Nobody wants to see people clowning around in the world the way it is. But we're doing one last performance first. Got to go out with the bang, right? Trouble is, we don't have enough people to pull off what the ringmaster's got planned. So that's why I'm out here. I'm on the hunt for people who want a taste of showbiz before it's too late. Sadly, there don't seem to be many of those around, so I suppose you know what's coming. You join us for one last big show? Of course. Thank you, thank you, thank you! With the great Sylvando at the top of the bill, it's going to be a night to remember for sure. Ugh, even with you on board, we're still a couple of performances short. I don't suppose you could help us look for 2 more people who'd be willing to join in? Don't bother with the desert. People coming out here is a stupid idea. Should have stuck with downtown Gallopolis. There's always plenty of talent there. With your reputation, not to mention your powers of persuasion, they'll be queuing around the block to sign up. Right, I better be heading back to the big top and start getting ready. Stop by and see me if you need anything, or if you want some advice on who to recruit. Good luck and thanks again for all your help. If the city of Gallopolis you seek, you must proceed eastward through the desert. The city can be seen for miles around. You need not worry about missing it. You would do better to worry about the monsters you might encounter on the way. Like these red-eyed harpies? Wyverns, I should say.
Not bad at all.
Huh. Is that all you got?
It says don't bother looking around out here, but Leopolis has been in chaos since the World Tree fell. Furthermore, I've heard that Sultan spends most of his time in the throne room consulting with his scholars. What in the world can really be discussing? Celestial science lies beyond this point, but they are off limits to civilians. Our exalted Sultan scholars are currently conducting in-depth researches along the dunes. Interesting, but also impossible. If the stars, no, but them would be. Wise minds in the land have gathered in the celestial signs and Sultan's orders. Cannot but wonder what they seek to achieve there. Oak. The vicious, restless armor. Ow.
Take this!
Leave it to me.
Take this!
Wow.
That's
This has been the first rather sturdy enemy that I've fought so far.
We did it, darlings!
Now that's beastly.
Just slap the cactus. I'm sure nothing bad could happen.
We did it!
Greetings, good sir. You may be wondering what the bard is doing in a place such as this. Well, truth is, I set out on a journey to inspire the world through the medium of rhyme and rhythm and rhyme. Alas, I am learning that music is far more subjective matter than I had thought. Not so long ago, I was forced to perform for a group of dancing monsters who had no appreciation for my work whatsoever. Where was this? Oh. It was south of Gallopolis, not a place I shall be visiting again. Do be careful should you have cause to venture there. South of Gallopolis, you say? Hey, pets! Yay! Thank you. Por favor, please, you must help. Alright, take it easy. What's got in the air? Look, over there, por ahí. I am a caballero from Puerto Valor. I heard that many people were suffering from the fall of Yggdrasil. I felt it was my duty to try and help them. Aye, but being a hero is much harder than I realized. When I saw these monsters I froze with fear, and now I can do nothing. It is shameful to ask, but I have no choice. Por favor, senor. Will you help these people in my place? Definitely. It's your lucky day, darling. When it comes to bullying beasties, there's no one like the great Sylvando. Muchas gracias. You are very courageous, hombre. I am not, so I will have to stay here until you are done. Step 1, 2, 3. Hey, what are you doing? You're ruining our rhythm. We get very angry if we get out of step, and you don't want to make us angry, do you? Actually, I do want to make you angry. That's enough of your artless prancing. We'll teach you to pick on poor, innocent people. So it's like that, is it? Can't dare to see someone with groovier moves than you? Well, come here, let us give you a little dancing lesson.
Come on, boys.
Come on, Syl. Why are you letting them... Why are you falling for this? I mean, as funny as your dance is...
Is the party over already?
Leave it to me.
Sylv!
Leave it to me.
We did it, darlings!
I really thought we were done for when we ran into those monsters. Thank you ever so much for stepping in when you did. Thank you very much for helping us, mister. Going home now. Bye-bye. Muchas gracias, senor. I really thought I would be able to help them, but in the moment all my confidence disappeared. Well, at least you tried to do the right thing, honey. Serving the weak untiringly and all that, eh? Eh? You know the pledge? But how? Oh, it's just something I heard long, long ago. It stuck with me, though. And whatever happens, you mustn't forget it either. Serve the weak entirely. Never retreat in the face of adversity and all that other stuff. See, I understand. And don't be so hard on yourself, sure maybe you didn't get to be the hero this time, but at least you tried. You'll make a fine knight one day, I'm sure. Gracias, senor. You are a truly wonderful person. In fact, Remind me of my master, the one who inspired me to become a caballero in the first place. You have the same strength, the same spirit. Por favor, senor, you must become my new master. I can learn so much from you. Please, will you allow me to accompany you on your adventures?
Sure.
Oh, who am I to stand in the way of a young caballero who wants to fulfill his destiny? You're more than welcome to join us, darling. Gracias, senor. I will honor the pledge and make you proud, I promise. Oh, the group's too big to all fight at once, huh? Hello? Are you an enemy? CAC total.
Go, they kick!
Thank you.
Yes!
I think I bit off more than I can chew. Block the way from what? You know, I really didn't want to have a death by this.
¿Qué pasa? Hola.
Okay.
Right then.
Hey,
So when you tell me I can switch party members by talking to them at a campsite, what exactly did you mean, game? But I am sad that I died just because I was curious as to what the enemy was. And then I couldn't escape. When I realized I had made a grave error.
Come on, everyone!
Yeah?
take this!
Oh, wow!
Hey, for somebody who says, "You'll give your life to protect me," sure didn't do that when I was fighting the cactotl.
Is that all you got?
Okay, here we go.
Oh, wow!
Well done, everyone! Go, my king!
Fabulous!
Now that's beastly.
Okay, I'm guessing that I can't go this way until I'm done in Gallipolis, right? No? Huh. I'm surprised. Welcome to Gallipolis, travelers. Thank you for coming. Few people bunch across the sands to visit us these days. More exalted sultans advise our Gallipolans not to leave their homes unless absolutely necessary. Is it the wonder that streets are so deserted? And as if that's not bad enough, I heard the circus preparing for its final performance. Truly, there's less and less to be excited about every day. I'm friends with one of the scholars who was summoned to the castle. His advice was to prepare to leave for Gallipolis. Leave Gallipolis immediately. You may think me cowardly for abandoning my city in its hour of need. I must put my family's safety first. I'd gladly lose everything to keep them safe. Mother and father never play with me anymore. They're always talking about grown-up matters. It's not fair. What, you want me to run away with the circus? I'm sorry, but my career's already decided. I'm going to be a princess. Here, let me help you. And take some of the stuff with you before you have to leave. Now, maybe if all of you had gotten rid of the clay pots like I had told you to. Maybe it wouldn't have come to this. Can I make us smile again? My drumming seems to make no difference. Want to come do the circus performance? Wait, the circus? Me? Well, it's always been an ambition of mine to perform alongside the great Sylvando. I'm afraid I can't help you right now. My best friend, you see, she hasn't cracked so much as a single smile since Yggdrasil's spell. I'm sure the right drum beat would cheer her up, but I can't seem to find it, so I need to practice. Drumming your fingers to the bone to put a smile on your friend's face. Arnie, you're my type of guy. Say, how about I give you some help? And we'll make a deal while you're at it. If we can get your friend grinning again, you'll have to come join the circus, okay? Really? You'll help me? That's amazing. If you can put a smile back on my friend's face, I'll be happy to join you. Won't be hard to find my friend. She really stands out from the crowd. She's got a fine bone structure, great posture, and these long, fluttering eyelashes. So in other words, your friend's a horse. She's hanging around the northwest of the city last time I saw her. Really hope you can find a way to make her feel a bit better. Good day, sir. A priest here in Gallipolis. Afraid you'll find me feeling rather unwell. Need not worry, however. The nun will be able to attend to all your spiritual needs. The priest was injured while protecting a local child from a monster. He's been feeling poorly ever since. Surely make a full recovery soon, but in the meantime I've agreed to perform all his usual duties. Now let us pray. Upper. The Yggdrasil had fallen. I realized the end was nigh, so I resolved to gather every penny I had for one final gambling spree. Alas, the racetrack is closed. It would appear that I am destined to live out the rest of my days without so much as a single moment of joy. 1,000 pardons, I'm afraid the racetrack is closed for the time being. Frivolity is not appropriate in times such as these. Paddock and stables are off limits until further notice as well. They may never open again. Excuse me, frivolity is off limits? This is the perfect time for frivolity. By the suns, it's you, the great Sylvando. You should never forget what you did for Prince Ferris. 1,000 thank yous. I hope the racetrack reopens soon. I would dearly love to see you ride once more. Hey, it's my horse. Margarita, darling, as the soft darkness that's engulfed the world upset you too. Oh, it breaks my heart to see you suffering. Wait a minute, fine bone structure, fabulous posture, and long fluttering eyelashes. Why, that drummer must have been talking about Margarita. Oh, hello, Sylvando. Just came to check up on my friend here. I didn't expect to bump into you. Honey, I had no idea this was you who were talking about. This is Margarita. My Margarita. But Margarita is yours. Well, I suppose that explains why she's so fabulous. She certainly is, but you're right about her being in a bad way. I know how to put this right, though. She's always been a fan of my dancing. You lay down the beat, darling, and I'll do the rest. Well, I'll try, I warn you, though. My drumming doesn't seem to have any effect on her so far. I don't think I've been doing it right. Oh, honey, there's nothing wrong with your drumming. It's just the visual element that's been lacking, I'm sure. Fortunately, that's where I come in. You'll help too, won't you, boys? Let's put our best feet forward and bring a smile back to Margarita's big long face. Right, Sylv. Oh my gosh, the dancing. Especially that one on the right. Oh, Sylvando, look how happy she is. You did it. You really did it. No, we did it. This was a team effort, darling. And now that Marguerite is smiling again, we can do with those skills of yours at the circus. What do you say? You really think my drumming can make a difference? I'll be happy to help. By the way, it looks like Marguerite wants to give you a little something for making her smile again. Gosh, that's certainly quite fragrant. Yes! Yes, a dollop of horse poo. And another dollop. This is the entrance to the spectator stands. There are no races taking place at the moment. I cannot permit you to enter. Ah, it was you. I saw the performance you gave a little while ago. It was magnificent. My working hours mean I am unlikely to be able to attend the circus, so it was an unexpected treat to be able to see the great Sylvando in action. I saw the dance you did for Margarita. It was amazing. I love the funky rhythm, too. I knew our friend the drummer was talented, but that was on another level. Bravo, both of you. Wait a minute. Out of respect to those who lost their lives during the fall of Yggdrasil, there'll be no races. I mean... I have mixed feelings on this. Is it respectful to be silent and mournful for people who have died, or is it respectful to be happy and continue with your lives? What? You wish me to perform at the circus? Absolutely not. I'm a member of the Globulin army, and I serve our exalted sultan, not the whims of a baying crowd. Visitors are not currently permitted to enter the palace by order of His Excellency the Sultan. There can be no exceptions even for friends of Prince Ferris. You must leave now, please. Crossbow is my best friend. It's my life. And yet my crossbow alone is not enough. It's nothing without the crossbow kid. All of Yggdrasil has brought unimaginable chaos to every corner of Erdrea. Things may appear to be peaceful here in the city, but I fear there may be trouble ahead. It is speculation, of course, but we scholars have our instincts. Prince Ferris has been shut up in the palace ever since Yggdrasil fell. I have not enjoyed so much as a glimpse of his fair countenance. I imagine he must be deep in discussion with the scholars the Sultan has summoned. You wish for me to join the circus? Forgive me. It is out of the question. The world is heading for catastrophe, and I am overwhelmed with grief and anxiety. The idea of attempting to bring joy to an audience in my current state is unthinkable. 1,000 pardons, but you'd better ask someone else. You're asking me to join the circus? By the sands, now is not the time for such tomfoolery. Do you not understand? We are all doomed. Circuses will not save us. On the contrary, honey. Welcome to the item shop. You wish for me to join the circus? Huh, interesting thought. I can never squeeze into one of those little costumes. I best stick to swap and selling. Speaking of which... Yes, it appears that everyone sells the same stuff now. The world has become homogenized. In unhappiness, apparently. Yeah. Yeah, merriment, pretty much. I'm sorry, no one's allowed to be happy out of respect for the dead people. I heard a rumor that there is a super talented fortune teller in this tavern, so I sneaked out of the circus rehearsals to come and take a look. I'm a bit confused, though. Are fortune tellers supposed to juggle? It looks more like a fellow circus man to me. Fortune tellers in this tavern just incredible. I knew I was a dancer before I even opened my mouth. Don't be fooled by the juggling act. The guy's a top-class clairvoyant. Wow. Knew you were a dancer. Wonder how he could have possibly known. This fortune teller's presence has brought unprecedented numbers of customers to the tavern. Might well have gone bankrupt were it not for him. All of Yggdrasil frightened people, you see, and many refused to leave their homes. Bad time to be running an establishment like this. Thank goodness he came along when he did. Greetings, stranger. I sense you are looking for someone. Ha! Do not attempt to deny it. I know everything. What's more, I'm in a position to help you find the one that you seek. Be they long-lost brother or a brand-new lover, my crystal balls will guide you to them. Don't worry, I'm not in it for the money. I just thought that people might need a bit of spiritual guidance, what with Yggdrasil having fallen and all. Yeah. I do need help finding someone. How about joining the circus? You want me to join the circus? Gosh, even I didn't see that one coming. You sure about this? I mean, I'm just a fortune teller. You really think I'm going to fit the bill? I'll tell you what. Why don't we let my crystal ball decide? Listen carefully. I'm going to picture one, and only one, of these wondrous orbs. Red, yellow, or blue. All you've got to do is choose one. You pick the one I'm picturing, and I'll know if we were destined to work together. Come join the circus without further ado. Set? Alright, I'm going to start picturing one of them now. Remember, all you have to do is choose which one it is. The balls tell all, the balls tell all, what color will they show us? If lies they tell, then off to hell, a dark place down below us. They speak of fire, they speak of flames, they speak of sunset's glow. The balls tell all, the balls tell all, what color do they show? Sure sounds like they're speaking of red. Right, I'm picturing one of my crystal balls. It's up to you now to tell me which one. Are you ready? I mean, is he projecting too much? Am I being silly by thinking that the fires below is not the red ball? Well, you're absolutely certain this is the one you want to choose. Well, you did it. You got it right. Looks like you've got some kind of connection. In which case, my crystal balls and I are at your service. Let me know what you want me to do at the circus, and I'll give it my best shot. Right, let's sign up for the circus over the big top and share the good news, huh? I was gonna guess and tell my fortune, but see if there's any hope for me, given the state of the world, but it looks like he's done for the day. I heard the Ombre played his drum for the horses, signed up for the circus. He'll be a great success, I'm sure of it. His rhythms are perfectly suited to the stage. Sylvando saves the day once more. We've got 2 new recruits keen to perform with us in the final show, and it's all thanks to you. Everything's ready backstage. The performers are waiting for their cues. We're all set. Not that we can start without our own star, of course. Time to prepare for your grand entrance. Let the ringmaster know when you're all set. Seems the next circus performance will be the last. One by one, all Gallopolis' finest traditions are coming to an end. Sorry, Sylv, can't let you through. Everything's frantically preparing for our final show, you see. It's total chaos in there. Want going around the main entrance, the big top instead, and get in through there. Hello, darling. It's been a while. Sylv, what are you doing here? Oh, you know me, honey. I've never been able to stay away from the circus for long. Bravo, by the way. Most people would have thrown in the towel by now. But I always knew you were made of sterner stuff. Wait, are you the one who found those new recruits for us as well? Goodness me, I don't know how to thank you. Oh, you don't need to thank me, honey. The only thing you need to do is give me my cue. The Wandering Wonder is ready to leap into action once more. Alright, Sylv, if you're ready, then so are we. That's the spirit. Well, this is it, darlings. One last chance to bring some light into this dark, dark world. One last chance to gasp in awe at the spectacle of the circus. One last glimpse of the great Sylvando. Let's get this show on the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome, one and all.
And you know, all those other people who don't quite fit into those categories.
I know it's a difficult time for all of us, but what better way to show off our indefatigable spirit than to fill the big top with joyful laughter and defiant exuberance? And believe me, that's what's going to happen. Because tonight, for one night only, for the first time since the glory days of the Gallopolitan Circus, the Wandering Wonder returns!
Welcome! Welcome! Oh, hi! Hi!
Clap your hands, stamp your feet, and get ready to smile like you've forgotten how to. I give you the great Sylvando!
Everybody, it's time to turn those frowns upside down. Prepare to be amazed!
Sylvando and company put on a stunning performance, and for one night at least, the people of Gallopolis were able to put all their worries and cares behind them. After a jaw-dropping show, the curtain falls to thunderous applause.
Well, Sylv, I've got to hand it to you. That was like nothing else this circus has ever seen. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, darling, please. I just did a few party tricks, that's all. You're the real hero here. Keeping the show going in these dark times? No one else could have done that.
Well, you know me. I've always been a firm believer in the healing power of laughter. And heaven knows, these people need it now more than ever. I don't think I ever told you who taught me about that power, did I? I saw her when I was just a child. She was simply the most incredible performer. She led a parade of people out of a kingdom destroyed by monsters and onto a new home and a brighter future.
What now?
And she kept them smiling from start to finish. You can't imagine how inspirational it was for those of us who were lucky enough to wave them on their way. And then, when she'd taken them to safety, she disappeared just as suddenly as she'd arrived. We never saw her again. The rumors were that she died when she was still young. Such a tragedy. Still, they say she fell in love with a famous knight, and they got married. So it seems she found some happiness before her untimely end. You remind me of her, you know. That look on her face as she proudly led those people out of danger, spreading joy and laughter wherever she went. Well, if I needed inspiration to keep the circus going, you've provided it in spades. The show must go on. These people need some light in their lives.
Did you hear that, darlings? It seems we've got a rival in the smile-spreading business. Well, we'll just have to work twice as hard.
Well, the person who inspired the ringmaster was this great lady who led a group out of a kingdom destroyed by monsters and fell in love with a knight after she disappeared. You know, Sylvando's father's a knight.
Mr. Sylvando? Would you mind if we came with you? If this circus is going to stand any chance of keeping people laughing, it's going to need some performers who've learned from the best.
Oh, well, the more the merrier, of course. But I think we should see what the ringmaster has to say, don't you?
Oh, you boys go with Syl. Learn all you can from him, eh? I'll be expecting big things from you when you get back. Take good care of them, won't you? They're good lads, I promise.
Life in the happiness-restoring trade isn't all fun and games, you know? I'm going to be training you hard, and I expect you to become nothing less than the very best in the business.
Sir,
Yes, sir!
Yeah!
Oh, yes!
Okay, my group is getting absurd. Relieved to hit the circus will not be closing its doors if Gallipolis has lost that on top of everything else. Thank you, Sylvando, for all that you've done for us. You've raised our spirits and given us hope for the future. Performance that was, just like the old days, eh? How can we quit after a show like that? You saw those people out there, they need us. They need us to bring light into their lives and bring smiles on their faces. Thanks for reminding us what the show is all about. Circus is all about, Sylv. It's easy to forget how much these people need to smile at times like this. Don't worry, we're not going to forget again. We'll keep these you go off gallivanting if you like. These crowds entertained in your absence. Watching you, the new recruits out there, has really given me a new lease on life as a performer. Can't give up now, the show must go on. I'm going to keep working hard to become the best that I can be. Won't stop until Gallipolis is filled with joy just like it was before. The show was just wonderful. I think it was the first time I've laughed since Yggdrasil Bell. I did not think you cared for the circus, but now I realize I'm a huge fan. The end times are upon us. Yggdrasil is fallen. The great evil will soon be reawoken. I can feel it. I feel it in my bones. The days of peace and happiness are at an end. Soon this world shall be plunged into endless despair. Remember my words. Remember them well. Okay, Debbie Downer. I confess the fall of Yggdrasil had caused me to forget the very concept of having fun. Like the sands that you and the circus were here to remind us. I know where I should be heading next time I'm feeling blue, directly to the big top. The sands is you, the great Sylvando. I saw you performing at the circus, undoubtedly the best such performance I have ever witnessed. Please, you must come back and do another show, we will be waiting. Well, I'm glad that people are happy again. Hello, Bea. Good evening. Folks, if there's anyone here who doesn't follow Bea, I recommend that you go do so. She's a great artist, wonderful storyteller. And she writes wonderful comics such as Insecurity and You Gotta Be Kidding Me, links of which are on her Twitch page. I'm a bit sad that I missed your stream, but I did not even get up until right before my own stream. Oh, Gooman, please. You gotta stay away from me. I'm not a bad slime. I'm really not. Recently, I've been hearing voices telling me to do things I'm not supposed to do. I don't think I'm the only one who's been affected like this either. That plant over there. Just turned up a while ago and started snapping and snarling at everyone. I am more or less okay. Oh, you poor thing, it breaks my heart to see you like this. If I could... Oh, hello there. Oh no, this isn't a monster, I promise you. Well, it didn't start out as one, at least. It's actually a common or garden plant, and a very beautiful one, too. It's from the Laguna de Gondolia, originally, and it's simply breathtaking when it's in bloom. Sadly, when the world went to pot and the darkness fell, plants underwent all kinds of metamorphoses and mutations. Even started wandering around causing mischief like this one. Breaks my heart, it really does. I've decided to try and do something about it. I'm a botanist, you see. I invented a special fertilizer that should restore this little fellow to his former glory. Almost all the ingredients I need, but there's one little thing I'm still missing. Horse poo, the smellier the better. Well then, I've got some lovely smelly horse poo. Go and fetch some myself, but I can't just abandon my little friend here. I'm worried he'll panic and start attacking passersby. Say, you look like a helpful sort. I don't suppose you could go and get some horse poo for me, could you? Hi, Paige. Sure thing, honey. 1 steaming pound of horse manure coming right up. I'll have your friend looking fabulous again before you know it. Thank you ever so much now. I don't know how much about horses. Plants are my thing, not animals. But there are lots of them in Gallipolis. Maybe that'd be a good place to start looking? Oh, I know that sweet, sweet aroma anywhere. You've done to ass and brought me some horse poo, haven't you? Why, yes I have. Look at that, it worked! Thank you ever so much for your help. My little friend have trundled off back to the Laguna de Gondolia, I'd imagine. Just hoping he has a nice, quiet life from now on. Here. It's so good to know it's not just humans who are capable of helping. All living things need a hand from time to time. It's right, especially with the world the way it is now. There must be so many plants out there suffering like the poor little fellow was. Wish I could help them all, I really do. Wait, I have an idea. Why don't I travel around with you and your friends? It's surely the best way to help as many plants as possible. What do you say? Will you let me come with you? Of course, honey. The more the merrier. If there are plants out there that are suffering, it's up to us to step in and save them. That's just wonderful. Thank you ever so much. I'll warn you now, I'm not much good at fighting. I do know a thing or two about the natural world, though, and that's always useful. Well, you know, I guess that's why we're not protagonists in a JRPG. Oh gosh.
of a kick!
Hold still.
Hiya!
2, 4, 6, 8. Going to get you feeling great.
What? Okay then.
I knew we'd win!
Payable in advance, right, sis? And then a 10k more when you get there?
Take this.
Welcome back, Elkia.
Yeah, we won.
Yes, you missed the circus arc.
Okay, here we go. Not bad at all.
Scissor! Get in!
Huh. Is that all you got?
All none shall pass. I promise to protect these people, and that is what I shall do. Easy there, Annie. We don't mean you any harm. Quite the opposite, actually. We're traveling around looking for people who might need our help. What? You must be mad with the world the way it is now. Mind you, you do look like you can handle yourself. In fact, there might even be something you can do for me. I'm a martial artist, you see, and I said I'd help these people get food for the village of Hoto. Whichever's going on with the world, it seems to have played havoc with their crop production. Anyway, we're on the way back to the village when we got attacked by a vicious monster. It roughed us up good and proper, and stole all the food we'd collected. I was supposed to protect them, but I didn't stand a chance against that thing all by myself. If you were with me, though, it'd be a different story, so how about it? Fancy going to get those supplies back? Let's go get 'em! You bet, honey. That monster is going to learn the hard way that it can't go around swiping people's dinners out from under their noses. Oh, thank you so much. As long as we stick together, that thing won't stand a chance. Should be loitering somewhere to the south of Hoto. I'm sure we'll beat it easily, but let's make sure we're properly prepared anyway, eh? Oh, poor people starve. We brought to bring sustenance, but it was stolen. Our cupboards are bare, our storehouses stand empty, stomachs are grumbling. We found food at last, enough for everybody, but now it is gone. The beast stole our food and disappeared to the east. You must retrieve it. Yeah, because we don't have way too many people with us right now. It's quite a merry band of adventurers, isn't it?
Yo. Come on, everyone! Boom, boom, boom! Okay.
Well, I figure it can't be forever? I don't know, will Doug ever be quote-unquote the hero again? He did get his essence sucked out of him. Assigned hero at birth.
Take this! Yeah! Ha, 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 ha. Score one for the good guy.
I don't know, maybe he just doesn't want to be hero anymore.
Let's do this. Whoosh! Oh, not bad, gang.
Yeah, not only not colorful, it wasn't spiky at all. Yeah, silky and smooth. That's not hero hair. Hi there. You appear to have some food. More humans, more food, give us squish. Reckon we found our grub pitching monster, Sylv. Ready to get a crack at him?
Watch yourself.
Right, you lot, let's show this blighter what's what. Yeah, shampoo spokesman.
Unfold! Here we go! Everyone move to the beat!
Darby chop!
2, 4, 6, 8. Going to get you feeling great! Let us Thank you. 2, 4, 6, 8. Going to get you feeling great! Yeah! Ha, 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 ha!
Darby chop!
Let us pray. Take this! Let us pray.
Oh, awesome.
Victory!
Thank you so much for your help. I really couldn't have done it without you. You know, you're really quite something. Risking your life to help a bunch of strangers like that? That's pretty amazing. I want to be like that too, but I don't think I've got what it takes yet. Hey, maybe if I spend some time with you, it might help? What do you say? Is it alright if I tag along for a while? Why, sure, of course, darling. You'll be the best boat helper martial artist in the business by the time I'm done with you. Just you wait and see. Thank you so much. It's going to be a journey of a lifetime. I can feel it in my bones. That's a whole load of smileys we put back on people's faces now. Reckon we've done all we can around these pots, Sylv. Why don't we head over to Otto and see how old Tetsu's doing along? We did once visit. Yeah. Even the birds have red eyes. Here we are then. Otto at last. Where you lead him in, Sylv? Dave, you're sounding so final here. Right out. Uh-oh, here we come. Let's out Tetsu's home, huh?
Yoo-hoo! Tetty wetty woo bags!
Really, Sylv?
Sylvando, you came!
But of course I did! And who's this ravishing young thing, huh?
I am his mother, and you must be Sylvando. Gratitude is due. When the world tree fell, I thought my boy had been lost. I drowned in despair. But now he is home. My worries clear like the clouds, and all thanks to you.
God, would you look at that? You really do perk people up wherever you go, eh, Sylv? A right little soldierous smile, you are.
Soldier of Smile. Ooh, I like it. All right, listen up, boys. We all know what a dark place the world is these days. But if there's one thing I've learned by helping people like Tetsu here, it's the power of the smile. No matter how bad things get, no matter how much you cry or how powerless you feel, a single grin can bring hope for a better tomorrow.
Elkia, how do you know that Sylv and Dave haven't kissed already?
There's nothing this world needs more than happy faces right now. So that's just what we're going to give it.
Yay! You're so right, Sylv. We're with you all the way.
Oi! Who said you could start calling him plain old Sylv, you cheeky toe rag?
It's true, they haven't. That's because Dave's never been without his mask.
Oh, I get it. We can't go spreading smiles if we're mistering and sirring left and right, eh? Fair enough. Sylv yourself, silly boys.
Great idea, boss. Sylv it is. I'm with you all the way too, Sylv. Let's get out there and save the world!
Yeah! I mean, yay!
Yeah! Oh, boys, you don't know how much this means to me. This parade's gonna change everything. I just know it. From this day forth, you shall journey across the land, vanquishing the blight of despair with the righteous power of happiness. I hereby dub you the Soldiers of Smile!
Soldiers of
OGers of Smile! Yeah!
Just the way some of them are dancing. It's amusing me so much.
If it please you, sir, my son would like to join you in spreading sunlight.
All right, boys. Me and my mum have made a little something that's going to knock your socks off. I told you I'd thank you properly if you came to visit. Now you can travel the world in style.
Wow! We've made something for you too, Sylv, to say thanks, you know. Close your eyes.
Did we just get a float?
Oh my, I love it! Thank you so much, my special little soldiers.
Here, less of that snivelling, you. There's people out there need our help in case you've forgotten.
Look out, world!
Wow, they all changed too. except for
you're
Dave.
still out there, all of you. We'll meet again soon. I just know it. And until then, I'll be doing my best to make the world a better place.
Okay then. Come on, Elkia, Dave's shirtless. Isn't that enough for you?
Octagonia. Finally.
You there? You're not from around here, are you? Well, let me give you a piece of advice. One traveler to another. Steer well clear of that city. It's in a right old state. The stories I've been hearing are enough to make your hair stand on end.
Thanks for the warning, but I'm going in anyway. If the people there are suffering, I can't leave them to their fate. Things are bad enough these days without that.
Blimey, there aren't many like you around. Most people are just out for themselves since Yggdrasil fell. Well, good luck to you. You'll need it.
No, of course not, Bea. Everyone around here wears bunny suits.
I know I'm not alone in this. If you're still out there, you'll be doing exactly the same thing as me. And that's how I'm going to find you. I just have to keep looking.
After all, remember Wambelina and the other girl?
Monsters inside the city. Then the rumors were true.
Insolent fool! How dare you defy us? Someone needs to clip your wings! Teach you your place in the pecking order!
Time to put an end to your hyper-annoying antics, once and for all.
Not so fast!
What the? I'd better shake a tail feather and tell Booger about this!
Oh, thanks. You think I'd be able to look after myself, being a fighter and all?
Now, Wambelina and her partner were from the tournament.
Wait, you're into the whole masked martial arts thing too, right? Yeah, you made it all the way to the semifinals. Jade, wasn't it? Well, picked a heck of a time to come back. What brings you to town?
I've been visiting places where people are in trouble and destroying the monsters I find there. I heard that Octagonia had been overrun, so I came here as quickly as I could. What can you tell me about what's been going on?
Well, we've had it pretty tough. As soon as Yggdrasil fell, this creep called Booga showed up and took the place over. Started using us humans as his slaves.
I mean, I could totally understand that, Bea.
Vince and the others weren't about to let monsters take over our hometown without a fight, though. A bunch of them went out looking to take the guy down. But we've heard nothing since. In the end, it got so I couldn't bear to just stand by and watch things go to hell either. I had to try to do something. But, well, you saw how that worked out.
Well, they won't be bullying the people of this town any longer. It's time someone taught this Booger character a lesson.
Look, no offense, lady, but... he should be up in the old arena on the 3rd level. I guess you know what you're doing, but just be careful, okay?
No offense, but you know what you're doing, so I'm gonna shut up. You must have some guts, humans, strolling around slacking off like that. Maybe it hasn't sunk in yet, but you're all Booger's slaves now, so get back to work. Octagania is ours now, us monsters are in charge, and you humans have to do what we tell you. So, go on, get yourself up to the casino and make yourself useful. You know, for the first time, someone says something that actually makes sense for what she's wearing. What let down this place turned out to be. They told me Octagania was full of fighters, so I've been sharpening my horns in preparation for a proper scrap. But you humans barely put up a fight. You just let us stampede through the streets. Pathetic. Exactly, Elgia. All the monsters keep telling me to stay away from this place. They say it's protected by some kind of holy power. But I'm not so sure. I keep hearing children laughing and playing inside. It sounds really fun. Jade, it's me, Wambolina. We're in the MMA tournament together, remember? Sure feels like a long time ago now. Octagania is crawling with monsters these days, not fighters. If I were you, I'd get out while you still can. You don't want to get caught up in what's happening here, trust me. You're in the tournament too, huh? Well, at least I here be a lesson to you. Just because you can fight a little doesn't mean you can take on a whole army of monsters. Hey there, Jade, remember me? We fought each other in the MMA tournament. Sorry I'm such a mess. I tried to fight off the monsters when they took over Octagonia, and, well, you can see how that worked out. But this is nothing compared to what you did back to me in the tournament. I'll bounce right back, don't you worry. After Edgar still fell out of the sky, most of my pals disappeared. The older kids all told me they're gone someplace far away, so I can't meet up with them for a while. Oh, you don't know where your friends are either? Don't worry, miss. I'm sure you'll find them soon. I've been twitting me hard so I can fight off the monsters. Now I'm absolutely starving. Kinda worried about that, Ilkia. Sorry, miss. Can't talk right now. The orphanage is still full of people hiding out from the monsters, and I gotta feed them all. Nothing special about the orphanage. Something holy. The monsters won't come near it. That's why we're all hiding in here. Uncle Vince promised to come back safe, but I can't help worrying about him. Hey, you're a fighter too, ain't you, miss? Maybe you'd give him a hand. You will, won't you? Oh, say you will. Hey kid, you're not thinking of taking on Booga, are you? Because you don't stand a chance against that guy. Most folks, me included, get so freaked out inside of him that can't even get together, turn around, and run away. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm ready to rise up as soon as there's a chance of it working. It's just, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Okay, I figured she probably would if there was more than one stove. I'm frightfully sorry, but I'm afraid I'm on the mood for chit-chat at the moment. See, I dropped my purse when fleeing from the monsters, and I don't even want to think about how much was in it. Wow. I'm so sorry you lost your money, dude. You know, Elkia, it could be that she's the only one who knows how to cook. Yeah, I used to be a real rip-off merchant back in the day, but since Yggdrasil fell, no one's got the money to buy the kind of stuff I was selling. Plus, people have already lost so much. It don't feel right taking them to the cleaners all over again, so now I'm trying to find a better way to make a living. When are you supposed to have the time when there's one stove and you can't stop cooking? All I'm saying is that maybe there's a reason. Might not be a good reason, but maybe she has justified a reason to herself. Hey listen, I don't want to scare you, but I've heard some really weird noises coming from the upper levels. Like clanking and clanging and bashing and crashing. It's freaking me out. Sorry, kid, can't let you go down there by yourself. I'll be the last who saw you. City's full of monsters who aren't allowed to play outside. It's so boring being cooped up in here the whole time. Got some guts, miss, coming to visit us all these monsters in town. Guess I better try to be brave too and keep on priesting. Come on, Wambolina, come with me. Alright, Nico. I thought you moved so you'd be closer to where you worked. 2 hours still feels like a long drive. Be safe. Yes, Nico. Come on, get moving. We don't have time to stand around chatting. Humans belong upstairs. Trot up on there and get to work. Never thought we'd find a use for you puny humans, but Booger managed it. Good old Booger. Alright, Nico. Still alive, are you? Then you're hyper-lucky. Humans have been dropping like flies since the Lord of Shadows brought down Yggdrasil. And not only did you survive, you found yourself here, which means you get to spend the rest of your days working for us monsters. Hip hip hooray!
Okay.
Head pats, yay! Hold on, who the devil are you? You don't look familiar. Ah, that's it. You look just like one of the Luminary's little backing dancers. Of course I know you're not actually her. She wouldn't be sashaying around here after what the Lord of Shadows did to those light-loving goody-goodies. Backup dancer? Excuse me now? You see that the elevator can take all this weight, but I'm not about to stick my neck out and mention that to these monsters. Are we all set? Alright, up we go then, you disgusting lot. And anyone else slacking off goes straight upstairs as well, so put your backs into it.
Okay.
Would you look at that statue? What a travesty. There's more artistic sensibility in my lit tray. Where'd they find the sculptor? Well, there's only one thing for it. You have to replace it with something better. If anything teaches this town some taste, it's me. Just wait, it's gonna be great. Not like I'm a big fan of, God, I can't even remember his name now. Mr. High and Mighty, who refused to listen to reason. Hendrik. He doesn't deserve to have his statue torn down by monsters. Please, I'll go back to work, I promise. Just don't hurt my baby. Hey, hold on a second. You're human. Oh, thank goodness. For a minute there, I thought the monsters had found us. You won't tell them, will you? No knowing what they might do. Don't let those stinky monsters hurt my mom. Never. I'm thinking that was intentional. Them monsters lording it over us, walking still we drop. I don't know what it is they're trying to do, Dr. Garney, exactly, but sure ain't gonna be pretty. Get a move on, you lot. Ika doesn't like to be kept waiting, you know. Work hard or I'll gore you good. Said they'd let me take a break when I've moved 1,000 crates. Can't be many more left to go. Booga's building something really special up in the old arena. It's really gonna put Octagonia on the map. People will be flocking here from all over. You humans should be proud he's letting you help with the construction. Hey, did you hear the rumors? They're saying anybody who stands up to the monsters is whisked away and never seen again. Guess that explains what happened to Vince, huh? I mean, Vince had no business trying to stop him, and he tried anyway. I'm proud of him. God only knows how long I've been working here without a break. They're gonna let us take a break soon, right? Right? Seems the monsters have done away with the arena upstairs. I was rather devastated when I first heard. I thought I'd seen my last bulging bicep. That was before I saw the muscles and some of the fabulous creatures they've got gone in the place. Gosh golly, if they aren't the equal of any MMA fighter. Always been a battler, you know. Thought I'd go down fighting. Can't believe this is what things have come to. This fighting juice of theirs is seriously disappointing. It doesn't pack a punch at all. I know, I'll add a dash of every monster's favourite potion, and they'll be queuing around the block for a slurp. There's a potion them there monsters can't get enough of. They told me to make sure I stock up the bar with a whole heap of it. Ooh-wee, if that stuff don't kick a mule. One sniff near enough laid me out. Something tells me I'm better off not knowing what's in it. It's just too much, working from morning to night without so much as a minute's rest, enough to kill a fella. How come I wound up getting tangled in this mess anyhow? I only came to town so I could see Cinderella and Wambolina in the flesh. Cinderella, that's the other one. Monsters came to our little city, forced folks to work, oh it's such a pity, oh yeah. When are we ever gonna be free? Those dang critters have stolen my mojo. How am I supposed to keep tuning out hits in this kind of environment? Just don't get it. Why in tarnation with these monsters wanting dance lessons for little old me? Huh? What are you doing hanging around here? Don't tell me. You all know all about Bigger, the master puppeteer, don't you? Why, yes I do. Isn't he just the best? He's the one who pulls the strings around here and everyone obeys his every word. After all, the Lord of Shadows chose him specially to be one of the spectral sentinels. One day I'm going to be just like him. I'm fed up dancing to other people's tunes. I want to be the boss. What's with that look, human? Don't get me hyped up now. If you know it's good for you, you'll accept the Boogers in charge now and start looking a little more faithful and miserable like everyone else around here. Now get back to work before I hyperload your schedule so you drop dead from exhaustion. Waiting tables, the whole heap harder, and it's monsters sitting at them. They just eat and eat and eat. Still, I'd they be letting the cycle go once this construction work's done dusted. I guess I'll need to stick it out a little longer. Yeah, letting you go. Sure. Sure. Buka says he's gonna give all the humans who work for him a special reward when the job is finished. Won't that be a feather in your cap? I just hope he knows how lucky you are. Most bosses aren't half as generous as he is, especially when it comes to bird-brained humans. Yeah, I remember you. It's Jade, right? You made all the way to the final of the tournament. I'm the mayor of Octagonia. Well, it was at least. This place is run by the monsters now. I don't know what'll become of it, but the glory days are now gone. Oh, you want to see some tails, huh? Okay. Here you go. Got some tails. Do these meet with your approval, Bia? I mean, they better meet with my approval. Move on, you lot. Buka doesn't like to be kept waiting, you know. Work hard or I'll go, you're good. Yeah, I talked to you already. Where do you think you're going? This area's off limits for the likes of you. Off limits before, too. Oh, wow. They sure filled this place up with money. I suppose this is going to be a casino. Sounds so final.
Booga, I presume. Enslaver of innocence and all-round bully.
I am he, mighty Booga, spectral sentinel, skull smasher, swoon inducer extraordinaire. And who might you be? Let me guess. Another righteous warrior come to put an end to my wicked reign. Come on then, let's have a look at you.
Oh gosh.
As glossy as a great saber cat's coat, the flawlessly toned physique of a gigantus. Oh, yes, you're right up Booga's alley. We mustn't waste another moment, please. Say you'll be mine. Let me shower you with gushing lashings of affection every minute of every day, forever and ever and ever.
Ugh, I couldn't think of anything worse.
Just look at her angry face. It's even more adorable than her only mildly grumpy face.
Wow.
But you won't be able to stay mad at me forever. Especially not when you see what I've made you. Beloved, a token of my undying appreciation. I call it the hair-raising suit. Ooh, and it'll make your darling Booga Wooga very happy indeed to see you wear it.
That looks even skimpier than what I got on already. Not that I don't want to see Jade wearing it, but not because you want it.
Not on your life!
Darling, please, we've only just met. Try to control your urges. At least tell me your name before you start throwing yourself at me. Come on now. Be a good girl and put it on. If not for your sake, then for theirs. I've been known to get a little aggressive when I don't get my way. So, what do you say, honey bun? A quick change of clothes is a small price to pay to stop these people's suffering, no?
There is no right answer. Exactly like the other one, except blue.
Just look at you. I knew you'd be a picture in it, but oh, I could eat you out.
That's enough! I put on your stupid suit. Now be as good as your word and let these people go so I can come over there and pummel you.
Oh, I don't think so. No, I've changed my mind. Sorry, but I am very pleased to hear you want to spend some quality time with me. Let's get rid of these hangers-on first, shall we? Take everyone except me and the girl, will you, my love?
Anything for you, my boogie-woogie woo-bugs!
What?
You're disgusting. How could you?
Save it for when we're finally alone with you, my little plum dumpling. We just have to pack these people off into an interdimensional vortex, and you will have me all to yourself.
No!
Not you! Where do you think you're going?
Well, guess we go get to see Booga's snuggly wumpus.
Please! I don't want to fight anymore. I'm sorry, okay? Please!
Lo, thou hast defied mighty Booga, and must needs pay thy penance. Thou knowest the sentence. 10,000 battles, no more, no less. Only then shalt thou be permitted to leave this place.
Oh boy.
You animal! Can't you see he's had enough? He can't fight one more battle, let alone 10,000.
Stop it, please. You're only making it worse.
Worse? What do you mean?
'Tis plain thou art new to this place. Fear not, child. His life, at least, shall be spared. Just. But the commandments of Booga must be obeyed. Those who defy him must remain in Limbo and fight until they have learned their lesson. Now stand aside and let justice be done. Thine own day of judgment shalt come to pass soon enough.
I don't know what you people are doing here, but it stops now.
Please! You have to listen to me. The more you try to fight them, the worse I'll get it. Forget about me, okay? You really want to help? Go help those who need it most.
What, you don't need it?
Some of the guys they're keeping down there, they're getting it way worse than me.
Fine, if you insist.
The commandments of Booga must be obeyed. Ah, yes. The shelves where the humans are kept between battles are just down here. Enjoy the taste of freedom while it lasts, human. You'll be locked up with the rest of them soon enough. Hey, welcome to the kingdom of misery, a land whose law is that every human must suffer. In these cells, do those wicked enough to defy the mighty Booga repay their debt of foolishness in full. In time, you too shall take to the field in pursuit of forgiveness. But until then, get thee to the furthest reaches of this forsaken place and join the rest of your wretched kind. Ever guess what's on the bookshelf in there? A complete collection of Booga and Boudica's love letters. Can't tip to a hopeless romantic like me. I only peeked for the briefest of moments. They'd have my guts for garters if they got me. Now thinking about what gems must be in there has really got me purring. Everyone says Booga's the very devil himself when it comes to the ladies. Partners all over. That's not true. He's actually a real old-fashioned gentleman and a true romantic. I mean, he's been courting Boudica for ages, and they haven't even held hands yet. Not even during the last dance at the monster's ball. The poor girl must be in hell. I feel like the poor girl is being strung along. My dearest, darling, super smashing Boo, I've been thinking about you and now my heart's beating so fast I think I'm going to explode like a love volcano. When are you going to wrap me in those big, strong arms of yours? Tell me it'll be soon. Already waited far, far, far too long. Yours forever and ever, Boudica. My darling, my precious, my Boudica. How I have missed your all-conquering curves. One day soon I'll sweep you off your feet just as I've always promised. But my sweet, you will have to wait a little longer. We must do things correctly. First we'll use these pages to get to know each other. Then I'll ask the Lord of Shadows to officially approve our union. Then, on the 10th anniversary of our first date, we'll sit together under a starry sky and... Oh, my pen quivers as I write this. hold hands for the very first time. Yeah, you know, if it wasn't for the fact of how creepy, yucky, strange he was being, I would have made the "oh, hold hands, how lewd" joke. Can you imagine, my dearest? Can you hold on to that thought? Treasure it until the day comes at long last. Yours in anticipation, Booga. Contains hundreds more of Booga and Boudica's sickeningly saccharine love letters. Booga built this place for his beloved Boudica so she could put those who defy him through a grisly program of punishment. Now that's true love. You think humans could learn a lesson or two from a gesture like that? Yeah, I don't think you know what it means. Everything hurts. Somebody please, I can't take this anymore. Folks being forced to fight the monsters' entertainment is just awful. Look what they're doing to them. I'm not doing that great myself, if I'm honest, but someone needs to pray for these poor people. Oh yeah, I'm a priest. I know I don't look it, but you come in all shapes and sizes, you know? You look like you could do a little divine intervention yourself. Yes, this is a great place to save. Alright, I am going to take a little bit of a break. Thank you, Alkia. Oh, hi. What a life thrown into the cellar hole, only being dragged out to get beaten to a bloody pulp by monsters. And I think I came to Octagonia to make a name for myself as a fighter. Not even my worst nightmares did I think things would turn out like this. Booga and Boudica, the humans is trash and that's exactly how they treat us. They don't even give us real food. They don't care at all if we live or die. Mommy, please, come get me. I want to go home. What am I doing already again? Oh, you're human. Scared me so much, I thought they'd come for me. You know, it's nearly time for the next person to be called, you see. I feel bad about it, but I'm praying that they pick someone else. Oh, there's Cinderella. And Vince. And the Golden Boy.
Is everyone okay?
Just about. You wound up down here too, huh? Can't nobody catch a break lately.
So you're the ones who went off to beat Booga and never came back. What exactly happened?
Not a whole lot. We tried to take the guy down, and he sent us here. Limbo, they call it.
No one's allowed to leave until they've paid for standing up to him by learning their lesson. Which means trooping in one by one to fight monster after monster. And no matter how bad it gets, you can't tap out.
But that's just awful.
The whole sordid little operation is run by a horrendous fiend by the name of Boudica. She brought us all here and no one's made it out since. Unless someone does something about her, we'll be stuck here forever. Doomed to an eternity of terror, never knowing who might be called up next.
We just need to find Boudica and tell her, hey, look what your boyfriend wanted me to wear. Oh, not you. Me.
That's no kind of life. But you can't give up hope. If what you just said is true, then all we have to do is take care of this Boudica, and we can all go home.
Can't give up hope. You're a bit late for that, darling. We ain't had none of that in here for a long old while. Going after Boudica will only make things worse for us all. Is that what you want? Nah. Best thing we can do is keep our heads down and wait for him to get bored and let us go. We don't need none of your heroics, all right? You leave it alone if you know what's good for you.
You can't think like that. If you do, nothing will ever change. If we don't stand up and...
Look, hun, we've all heard the rumors, okay? About the Dark Spawn and how he caused the Lord of Shadows to come and wreck the world? And how a certain young fighter just happens to be one of the Dark Spawn's bosom buddies? You really expect us to listen to you?
And who's been telling these rumors? Monsters?
All right, it's time to lock horns with some more monsters. You get moving. It's your turn to pay off some of your debt to Booga.
No. Please, I don't want to. I can't.
Never mind him. If it's a fight you're after, I'll be more than happy to oblige.
Oh, what fun! I do so love them when they're new enough to still have some fire in their bellies.
Lady Boudica?
I bet you thought I didn't notice you up there. Making eyes at my booga-wooga.
Oh,
well,
God.
I did.
Never mind. She's not going to notice that Booga was being sickly pervy either.
Luckily for you, we have an extra special punishment for little madams who don't know their place. It's called the Girly Burly. Oh, I can't wait.
You've really gone and done it now. So long, kiddo. It was nice knowing you.
Don't be so sure. You may have given up hope, but I'm not about to.
Volunteered to take another prisoner's punishment. You know that'll be like red rag to a bull, don't you? Horribles, in fact. This is no ordinary punishment either. The Girly Burly's as brutal as it gets. You're gonna get trampled flat. Wait, I heard what you were just talking about. You really are getting more reckless than you look. You don't stand a chance out there, you know. I'm not gonna be able to stop you going ahead with this though, am I? In which case you better take these. Managed to smuggle them with me and then got dragged down here. Go on, your need is definitely greater than mine. Ooh. Just make sure you take them out of your bag ahead of time if you want to use them. Anyway, they should tip the odds in your favor just a little bit, mind. Not that it'll do you much good. Probably just prolong the agony. Might as well. Boo's new favorite girl. Boudica won't be happy about that. Still, maybe she's better off without him if playing the fields more his style. She is better off without him. Well, Worm, art thou suitably prepared? Wilt thou take the field and cross swords with Monsterkind's finest in the tourney to end all tourneys? Art thou ready to undergo the girly burly? Yeah, sure, whatever.
It's been ages since the last girly burly.
Fie upon thee, humans! May Limbo be thy grave!
I love the zombies doing the wave.
Look, she weren't bad in the tournament, but this is a different kettle of fish. She don't stand a chance out there.
What's Welcome, lovelies, one and all. Before you stands a little upstart who thought she'd play the hero. How's that working out for you, dearie? It's time to show this cocky little creature who really rules the world these days. It's time for the girly burly. Monsters, make her suffer.
Oh, the nasty little human, how we do things here in Limbo.
I'll never give up.
If spirit, I'll grant you that, but we have barely even begun. Your suffering will never end as long as you're in Limbo. Yes, please do regular attacks. That hardly does any damage at all. We love hurting humans, and we can't wait to hear your scream! Of course, yes. Hard scream more for us human! Of course, it can't be all the same type of monster, oh no. Yeah, it's really not. Wow, 4 whole damage from that pep power.
I'll never give up. Is that it? I don't know what all the fuss was about.
I don't believe it. She made it through the girly burly.
Yeah, really. That was nothing.
How did she do that? Anybody else would have given up by now.
Why, Cinderella? That was nothing.
Oh, you're so annoying! You weren't supposed to actually survive! Well, sometimes if a gal needs something doing, she just has to do it herself.
Well, Boudica's pretty buff.
Oh no!
Yeah, that ain't right. She just fought off a massive horde of monsters. At least give her a chance to catch her breath.
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Did you really think I was going to make this a fair fight?
Well, Elkia, does this one break the mold for females?
Honestly, one little present from my booga, and she thinks she's queen of everything. Don't let it get to your head, dear. My boo only has eyes for one woman, and she outshines you in every arena. Looks? Style? Not even close. Muscle? Just look at you. Huh? Huh? What? You think that's it? I'm just getting started. Oh, you think you're so tough, don't you? Well, you've asked for it now, Missy. Limbo's about to introduce you.
Well, I mean, anyone who's like that is absurd. Honestly. And if that's the reason that Booga is putting her off, it gives me more reason to want to put him in the ground.
Jade, stop! Just stay down, you hear? Keep fighting and you'll die. That ain't no use to anybody. Quit now while you still can.
If I stop now, then you really will all give up hope. Not while I'm still breathing. Too many people have given up already. And who can blame them? The world's fallen apart around them. But I'm not about to do the same. My friends are still out there, and they'll never give up. I know it. They give me the strength to keep on going. A light in the darkness. I have to keep that light alive. I'll keep getting up, no matter how many times you knock me down. I'll never let that light die!
Wow, does she have a gloss jaw or something? Oh, hi, Sandy. You're raiding at a very exciting time. Elkia, can you give Sandy a shout out, please? And if anyone doesn't already follow Sandy AJ, please go do so. She is the best knucklehead on Twitch, wonderful VTuber, very amazing friend, and the head of the TPR network, Tokyo Pop Rocks Network. Thank you very much, Elkia. Those of you who are coming in who do not already know me, my name is Sarah. I am a transgender kitsune VTuber. Pronouns are they, them, although I do sometimes use she, her. I play mostly story-type games because I like doing lots of different types of voices. Currently, we're in the middle of Dragon Quest XI, and something very exciting has just happened, so I hope that you'll all buckle up and enjoy.
I know your game, but it's going to take a lot more than a little scratch to make my boo stop loving me!
When did you muscle up, Vince?
Vince!
Oh, he opened his eyes. That's when you know it's serious.
You're right, Jade. With all the stuff that's been going down, we lost sight of the most important thing. Hope, that light you talked about, mine is those kids back at the orphanage. I won't stay down either. Not until I finally make it back to them.
Yeah, but Drac, he stopped doing that, remember?
We got your back and all, Jade. What kind of big, tough warriors would we be if we didn't, eh?
Hey, listen. I'm sorry about what I said before, okay? And I'm on board with all the Light of Hope stuff, too. There's gotta be something still worth fighting for in this world, right?
Cinderella, if anything, isn't Wambolina worth fighting for?
Alright, everyone. Let's finish Boudica off. Then get out of here and take care of her boyfriend. It's time to bring Hope back to Octagonia.
Wambolina was back at the orphanage.
Limbu's too good for the likes of you, filthy humans! You're all going straight to hell!
Wow, Vince really has been muscling up.
Do you even live?
Where did all these items come from?
Mid-heal!
Alright, not the riffraff's gone.
Go get him, Tiger!
I'll send you straight to hell!
Oh, lovely.
Feast your eyes on this!
Yeah, Cinderella, I know you heal and all, but I don't feel safe. Well then.
This ought to help.
Mid-heal!
You're dying, my dear.
What happened?
What?
Alive, but how? Really? Really? Booga's stupid clothing is keeping me alive. I don't know, where did the boulder come from? There's a bunch of space up in the sky.
Did someone say bah? Go get him, Tiger!
The implications of the clothes keeping me alive? Yeah, I don't want to either.
How could this have happened? Me, defeated by humans.
Bye-bye, Boudica.
It's some really nice nails, though.
This is not looking good. We need to get out of here, fast!
Alright, Alkia.
Look! Octagonia! It's our only chance! Quickly, everyone!
Oh, we're not gonna, like, grab everyone else who's here? There's still a few other humans.
That burly girl had better not be roughing up my bunnykins.
Yeah, I agree.
My eyes!
Okay, the other humans did get out.
Did we? Man, we made it! We're back home! Woo, yeah! We did it, guys!
Yes! Wait, we can't start celebrating just yet. We've got one last battle to fight. Octagonia won't be safe until we've dealt with Booga.
Let's do this!
Jade, you okay?
Ah, my little bunny rabbit has finally hopped home to Daddy. I wondered when that suit of mine would finally work its magic. We've got so much to look forward to.
Ew.
You're mine, all mine. We're going to be together forevermore. We'll write each other love letters. Maybe even, dare I say it, hold hands. Oh, it's all so romantic.
No. Never.
Well then. I guess that's the end of Jade's adventure. So what do you say? Is this where we stop?
What happened? Am I still alive? I remember the Tree of Life and the Lord of Shadows.
I mean, this is a good spot to stop, I think. As much as I want to continue, it's late.